Hello, everybody. It's been a while. That doesn't mean it's going to stop. It's going to keep on coming. Got so much today. My mind is bouncing around. I got up at about, I don't know, it was 3 something. It wasn't 4 o'clock yet. And still, I've been thinking about a bunch of things I want to share with you. I'm dying to share with you. T-shirtsformybusiness.com, T-shirtsformybusiness.com, T-shirtsformybusiness.com. We're going to talk about a couple of other things. The phone number is 1-844-744-7878. 844, toll free, 744-7878. The first thing I wanted to tell you is that, over the years you hear, and I might have shared bits and pieces of this. It looks like hair and makeup missed this a little bit. I bumped myself. Yeah, they got to do a better job. Anyway, you hear about this, what do you give a guy, what do you give a girl that's got everything? And point them in the direction to the greatest gift they could give themselves. And the beauty of this gift, nobody else can give it to you. Only you can give it to you. And that's the gift of an open mind. The gift of an open mind. Are you open to a new idea? Especially, are you open to a new idea that may crack the core of what you believe is like your world philosophy on any particular subject? Always ask yourself, going into a new class, if you're a young person, going into a junior high school class, going into an advanced education class at any age, going into a senior learning opportunity for someone that maybe lives near a senior center or in a senior community. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. Give yourself the gift of an open mind. At minimally, do that in around the holidays, your birth date, whatever days you celebrate. Start by giving yourself the gift of an open mind. The battle for a gift of an open mind is what I like to call ego, macho, bravado. They all end in zero. Ego, macho, bravado. They're the conflict between giving ourselves an open mind and understanding, really, there's only a couple of things that we can absolutely control for the rest of our lives, every day for the rest of our lives. And that is this: your effort. Nothing trumps effort. Nothing trumps your effort. And your attitude. And your attitude. So, nobody's asking you to give another person's effort, but we are asking you to give your best effort. And then your attitude is how you look at things. So, I don't know where I got this from, but I'm always a happy person. At the worst of my times, I recall tangibly telling people, this particular aspect of my life, this is the worst it's been. And you know what makes no sense? I'm still incredibly happy. Now, does that come from the way you're raised, the environment, so forth? I don't know. I attribute most things to my impeccable parenting. I was parented impeccably. And it was simple. My mother had a high school education, could tell you the difference of price between a head of lettuce at the 5 major grocery stores in Southern California where I was raised, but probably couldn't tell you she's 96 in less than 40 days. She's 96 in about almost 30 days, exactly. And she couldn't tell you one single vice president in the history of the United States. So, we all have our different intelligences. My father never went to school, and certainly as far as the street and common sense and was a big picture thinker and clearly was the leader of our family. But my mother and my father made an incredible team. And they understood nothing trumped team. Nothing trumped family. And they might not have had all of the answers. It helped that they got most of the answers correct. But they were there for all the questions. And so, you can control your effort, you can control your attitude, how you look at things. And just recently I was reminded, actually yesterday, part of the reason I wanted to do this video for you today, my sister and I were talking on the phone. I was trying to check in with my mom, and she told me that my oldest nephew was going to be, he and his wife were going to be parents for the third time. 3 boys, actually. I don't know when he's due, but I just found out yesterday evening. So that's an exciting thing. But I said what I've been saying for years and years and years. Well, as long as she or he are healthy. And I've really come to amend that. I mean, there's 3 things that in this economy that we're in, most people are trying to pursue in some kind of an order. But I've tangibly thought about this considerably. And the order, the priority order is number 1 is to be happy. And instead of saying, I hope she or he will be healthy, which is what I used to say, I'm going to try to conscientiously amend that. I hope they grow to be happy. Because if you have challenges with your health, and a lot of that's in your DNA, and part of it's your attitude. Part of health is your attitude, which brings me to, in priority order, it's happiness, health, which is a central issue, no question, and wealth. And wealth is how you define that. That doesn't mean a billionaire versus a millionaire versus making $1,200 a month if you can, earning $1,200 a month if you can survive on that. So if you lead with happiness, no matter what, you see the glass is half full, no matter what, you're always going to have a chance if you understand nothing trumps effort, your effort, and secondly, your attitude. I hope that makes sense. Most of the things we try to talk about are sustainable things. Let me leave you with another key thing before I tell you about the exciting stuff within the T-shirts for my business part of the world. The human animal is not wired to be objective. Most all of our decisions, and in particular our buying decisions, we are a consumer animal, are based on emotion, and then we try to back end those emotional decisions based on logic instead of the other way around. So understand this. As a human being, you're not wired to be objective. It's hard to look at things from another person's perspective. And this is something from my father that still impacts on me today. He used to say 2 things about the economy. What's good for General Motors is good for the USA. And the other thing he said is when you go to vote, and how important voting is, freedom, when you go to vote for anything, a measure, politics, a politician, a leader, so on and so forth, don't vote or don't think about exclusively what's best for you. Think what's best for the majority. let me quickly touch on the first point, his first point. This is a man who fundamentally never went to school, no kind of organized school, but this is what he used to tell us about school. As much as you're going to learn in the classroom at school, you're going to learn more outside the classroom at school. I'm going to say that again. As much as you're going to learn inside the classroom at school, you're going to learn more outside the classroom at school. The playground, the cafeteria, the sports fields, the acting studios, the dance studio, on and on and on. I thought there comes an objective person where the fundamental thing is at school. Because in this lifetime, no man is an island. Okay? You need to get along with other people. You need teamwork and so on and so forth. As much as you're going to learn, and you're going to learn a lot in the classroom at school, you're going to learn more outside the classroom at school. Brilliant. We want to build something better than we sell it here. Let me quickly touch on this. This is the logo t-shirt. You can get it either on the front or on the back. Okay? Either on the front or the back. Every style on Amazon. So here's where you go. You go to iOnItsDOT. iOnItsDOT. Because if you notice the logo, it's simply TSH iOnItsDOT.RT. TSH iOnItsDOT.RT. Now, that's the shirt. It's a blank shirt, 15 different colors. You either decide the styles. There's two different styles. There's one called American Apparel. The other one's called Relaxed Fit, aka Anvil. Both by Amazon. The drop shipper is Amazon. No better drop shipper in the history of the planet. Unfortunately, only available in the U.S. for now. I'll tell you as soon as it's available in Canada and potentially other countries. Mexico, I think, would be, Canada and Mexico would be the next two, is my guess. Could be the UK. Anyway, go to, go to iOnItsDOT.com/A-store. A as in Apple or A as in Amazon store. iOnItsDOT.com/A-store. And they're all there. They're all inventoried for you. Ultimately, it's going to take you to Amazon to make the final click to buy purchase. And you'll be able to choose your colors and it'll be explained and so forth. If you read carefully and you're not afraid, you're not going to break the internet. So click around, go to a different address in a different tab, blah, blah, blah. Those same shirts you're going to see, the top ones, the same shirts you're going to see at iOnItsDOT.com/A-store. You can get each one of those shirts for $8 off. It's a little bit of a treasure hunt. But if you want to save $8, I mean, it's better for me if you pay $21, basically all the shirts are. Secondarily, and I don't know that, I think the camera's too close and I can't change it. This is separate just for the shirt that I'm wearing and a couple others. You can get this shirt for relatively low price, less than $13 for sure. Anyway, it says, search Amazon, iOnItsDOT. So go to Amazon and either put iOnItsDOT in the search field, and it's going to give you entree to the same shirts. Now, it's far clearer, far better inventoried and warehoused if you go to iOnItsDOT.com/A-store. But if you go and either search Amazon, put it in exactly like this, t-shirt, exactly like this, with the iOnItsDOT in the middle of the word shirt. And if you also search on Amazon, iOnItsDOT, all together, just like that. The capitalization doesn't matter. But if you put I on its dot, I is an iPhone, on its dot. And it's not correct to have its with an apostrophe, by the way, in this usage. It's without an apostrophe. And you know an apostrophe wouldn't be accepted in the search field in a computer. In the www email world, it's not an apostrophe isn't accepted as part of an address or a URL. So it says, search Amazon, I on its dot, 3 times daily. Believe it or not, this is major and powerful in the Amazon universe. Okay? If you just search using either this and I on its dot, if you just searched, and if you did that daily, didn't buy anything, you just searched daily, that would help me massively. So if you get any benefit from listening to this, and we didn't talk specifically about t-shirts today other than this, okay, we didn't talk about t-shirts for my business, but that's the value of coming here. I thought about this morning, and I'll try to finish with this. I know it sounds like I'm going all over. The www email is full of noise. It's full of noise. But does that mean you can't learn? You can learn from everything. You can learn from bad things and good things and so forth. And the number one thing I wanted to talk about today, I'm going to skip. I'm just going to do you a little tease. The word is shill. S-H-I-L-L. The next video I do, I promise, I'll make that the central theme and we'll define it and talk about it. Little homework, look up the word shill. If you think you know the definition of the word shill, look it up anyway. And look it up in about 2 or 3 different kinds of dictionaries. Find out the flavor of that word. Fundamentally, I find it to be negative, and I don't see it as a negative word at all. It's a vital word, and it's a vital thing to understand. Anyway, there's a lot of noise on the www email, but that doesn't mean you can't learn from it. And you can learn from how to kind of see through it, but you have to have an objective eye. You have to not be a rationalizing, or be as little as you can when you're trying to research something, learn something, and understand it. So anyway, I thought about who wouldn't come to this. And this is why I said at the beginning, give yourself the gift of an open mind. Because if you give yourself the gift of an open mind, I don't care whether you're in middle school or junior high school, as we called it growing up, or you're in your 80s, okay, you're going to get value from this. I don't care if you're looking to make money, if you're looking to make money fast, if you're looking to build something sustainable, you should come here. If you do not give yourself the greatest gift you can give yourself, and you're the only person that you can give yourself this gift, it's magical, the gift of an open mind, the kinds of people that would not come here are people that can't stand football and see no value in football. And that's my first reference, I believe, to football. I think football is the greatest metaphor to learn about life, even if you never have anything to do with football, have never had anything to do with football, and have planned not to have anything to do with football. Because most of my learning in this lifetime have come from seeing football as an unbelievable metaphor for all the things that are important in life, not the least of which is ultimate leadership, which I believe is parenthood. See you next time. T-shirtformybusiness.com, T-shirtformybusiness.com, 1-844-744-7878. Thanks. Later.